Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ben Herrera Show. Let me know if you can hear me. Um, Before I start tonight's show, I want to do a little memory thing of an actor that passed away yesterday. Um, he was really liked by a lot of people. Really funny guy, John Witherspoon. Of course, we all know him from the Friday movies. Um, Everybody knows him as Pops. Um, Little Man, he was on Boomerang. There was a lot of movies that he was on. We know him too as the neighbor from the House Party movies. Hello, Cecilia. Welcome. Adam. Adele. Hey, what's going on? And well, the thing is that I I liked him. He was a good actor. And so it's like, yeah, I'm. It actually really, honestly, I've never been that hurt over somebody passing away like that I'd never met. But it's crazy when something like that affects somebody. And I mean, but to me, he was like one of the ones where no matter what movie he was in, he can make you laugh. And so, but there was some movies on there that I didn't even realize he was in because didn't realize it, but whatever. So I would like to say, may he rest in peace, and that his legendary uh, laugh and his sayings that he had, his "Hey Isaiah, how you doing?" His basically anything that he's done is history. Like it'll go down in history because he was well liked, and so yeah. So, anyways, so the reason of this show tonight was I was wanting to talk about rap music because I mean obviously we all grew up with certain types, and the new generation is growing up with this type, this style, this new style. I think is new because well, I don't listen to it as much as I used to, but it's still out there. I guess it's still in movies and it's still on the radio. So there's people out there that still enjoy it. Um, but I mean, I still like some of it, not all of it as much as I was back in the day. But we grew up with Ice Cube, Tupac, Biggie, the old school ones like what do you call it, Run DMC, and so I wanted to get everybody's thoughts because I know there's a lot of people out there that still listen to the new stuff. They I honestly, I don't really listen to it as much as I used to, like I said, but I don't hate it. I just don't think it sounds as good as well as it was back in the past. But I mean, I guess everybody has their own tastes in music. But to me, I think it just personally, I think it went downhill for a while. But everything goes downhill and comes back. But what is your thoughts on today's music, today's rap music? Um, like I said, I know there's some people out there that probably won't agree, but um, I was reading some stuff about the history of it, and I don't know if it's true. I mean, this could be somebody's thought on where it started, but it said that it came with like started like in 1950 with this song called "Gotta Let You Go" by a guy named Joe Hill Lewis, and so I'm I really didn't listen to rap until I was a teenager and was able to listen to whatever I wanted. But so I'm reading to one second. Let me scroll up here. One moment. Like there's some rappers too that I totally forgot about. Like the one that sang what's that song called? Oh, the Sugar Hill Gang. Yeah, that was the other one that I was thinking about. Was another one. Rapper's Delight obviously was their hit. Um, and then there's a guy named Curtis Blow, which the song "The Breaks" was a top 5 hit in the 1980s. And so obviously it changed, with Grandmaster Flash, throughout the 80s and into the 90s. We had our Tupac, we had our Coolio, Bone Thugs. Uh, what is that? ABC. Remember ABC, Another Bad Creation? The younger ones. That was cool. Uh, but like I said, there's a lot of difference. That some people, I don't follow it too much, where I don't even know any of their names nowadays. But I know there's some people out there that said they wanted to hear my thoughts on it, so I want to hear your thoughts. So, like I said, I like rap music. I like, I'm more of an old school guy. So, and so, well, I mean, Snoop was actually one that I was. Well, I mean, then you obviously got NWA, because that's who I liked the most was NWA, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, MC Ren, and so I know I'm forgetting somebody's name in that, but but it's like music back then was really straight from where they grew up, what they saw, what was in their life, their lifestyle, pretty much. But now I just feel like I saw this video. I can't remember what the guy's name was, but he was posting something about a guy that was talking on this on this talk show about, oh, I grew up in the streets. Okay, well, that's fine that you really did that. Well, this is what he was saying, but that's fine that you really did that, but you haven't really proved anything to us. You haven't showed anything to us to, and I'm like, well, neither did Tupac, but then look at his lifestyle. He grew up I think it was in New Jersey, and then went to Los Angeles and lived there. And so it's like, I don't know. I think too, a lot of the music back then was more real, was more, like I said, their lifestyle. So, but now I don't know. I don't really, like I said, I don't really follow it too much, to where some people, I can't even pronounce their names. So it's like the one that just got arrested, the one that's basically snitching on people. I can't pronounce his name. That's how much I don't pay attention to it. But I just wanted to see what the hype was as well, and who's big nowadays. I mean, I know you still got Kanye West. From what I've been seeing, he's changing his views, turning more towards God, which is fine. That's awesome. But is that real? How do we know that's not a publicity stunt? So it's like, and if he is, great, awesome, but I mean, like back when Tupac was alive, it was like you could tell when they're real, I think. And so, and like I said, if Kanye's real and he's really doing all that, great. I'm happy for him. But it's like, I don't know. I feel that it's not, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that their music is real, but I don't know. I honestly listen more to old school, the way it was back in our day. Kind of like what Isaiah was saying, how, I mean, but there was a lot of songs back then where it was all, bad words, swearing, F this, F that. But it's like, we all know that. I mean, if you listen to rap back then, you know what we're talking about. So it's like, I don't know if there's a lot of other rap groups back then. Trying to think of the name of some, but let me know what your thoughts are. Jacob Castorina, I know you said something about if you're watching that you wanted to hear my thoughts. So I don't know, is there a difference between rap music and like hip hop? Is that the same thing? Is that not hip hop, I'm sorry. Like the music you dance to when you're doing your breakdance and stuff, is it a different style? Because like I said, I don't listen to it as much as I used to. Which, hold on, I'm trying to find. Oh, here it is. Okay, so Rick James, yeah, that's right. I honestly forgot about that guy. But I thought Run DMC was good. You got Public Enemy. There was a lot of them back then, and I'm sure a lot of them too got, you know, kind of like I remember back in the day when I think it was Snoop, his, where they were like stepping on all his CDs, saying it was trash and because he was swearing and it wasn't. Well, was that NWA? I think it was probably both of them, but I own both of those. But Adam, that is true. Because I even thought that too. Like, this music sounds like crap. But I mean, there's a lot of good music. I know I'm not saying all rap music's bad. I mean, obviously there's a lot of good songs out there still, even today, because I've heard some on the radio. Nothing bad about rap music. It's not even like that. But I like rap music still. So, but my opinion, the reason why I wanted to do this was because I wanted to get everybody's opinion on what they thought was considered good rap music then and now. And so, I mean, who's even a star these days? That's what I'm trying to find out. I mean, obviously, I can go on Google and say, oh, well, let me see who's good these days, who's in the top 40 in the charts or whatever it is. But back when Tupac was putting out albums and songs and like I Get Around, that was one of my favorites. It was like To Live and Die in LA. That's still one of my favorite songs. And so it's like, if I looked up, hold on, let me go back to my main screen. I'm like, leave it to the tablet, wants to go slow. Tupac. All right, let's look up Tupac. I want to see something quick. Albums. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just on this main screen alone, there's 14 albums with Tupac. And so, I mean, the dude's a legend. Tupac's my favorite, of all time. And then probably Dr. Dre and Snoop. Eminem's up there too. I like Eminem. I mean, nobody can touch him these days. He's probably the only one that nobody can touch these days. And so I think what it is that rap music has changed over the years. Well, music in general has changed over the years, obviously, but the focus today was on rap music. So, hey, Robert, Tim, Enrique, Jacob, what up? Keith, how's everybody doing tonight? If you're just joining, we're again talking about well, not really the history, but the difference in rap music from back in the day when we all grew up. What the difference is. What do you think is the difference? And do you like it? Is it better? Let me know what you guys think. And just like I said, just leave your comment on the side. Obviously, we'll all see it. But oops, I'm hitting my microphone. But Tupac. I mean, there's a lot you could talk about with Tupac because the dude was like on it all the time, except for the times he was in trouble. But I mean, he still got out of it and was still putting up albums. And it made him better because it made him work harder, I think. And so, like, my favorite album of Tupac's is obviously All Eyes on Me. That's like the number one, I think, personally. Um, and then I'm looking at this Tupac Resurrection that came out in 2003. Yeah, Dear Mama was a good one. That was an awesome one. Jacob, that's true. And you know, and I thought about that too because I even joked around about that, about being mumble rap, because it's like they can be talking about something stupid and nobody even knows. Whereas Tupac, Bone, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Snoop, Eminem, they all talk about stuff that they've been through, things they've gone through. And so it's like, and like this Cardi B, I don't know. I think she's a joke, to be honest with you. I don't like any of her music. I've heard some of her songs, and it makes it to a point where, thank God for old school rap music. It's because, I don't know, I think it's a joke. Some of it, I'm not saying all of it. I'm just saying some of it. Not because if you sat, what really made me laugh was when I mean, it has nothing to do with rap music, but when people were saying, oh, no, yeah, it does actually. Post Malone, that meme that was talking about people saying, oh, because he mentioned Ozzy Osbourne. People were acting as if Ozzy Osbourne was new. And, oh, yeah, that's right. They went into Game 7. I forgot about that. But, yeah, old school rap is, is way better, I think. And and I know a lot of people back in our day when we were younger, they were probably thinking the same thing. Oh, the music back then was better. Blah, blah. Of course, it changes, but it's like nowadays you're almost to a point where you're like, okay, we already been there, done that. What else are you gonna come up with? Come up with something your own. Come up with something new, something that's nobody's seen before, which is going to be hard to do. But because Tupac, and the only one that actually is coming up with their own stuff, is to be honest, and like I said, this is my opinion. Everybody, you can agree or not, but I think is Eminem. Eminem is one that, like I said, can nobody touch nowadays. He's the only one, in my opinion. I'm sure there's more out there that are just as good as he is. But I mean, Tupac back then, like I said, I'm just going back to Tupac because, of course, like I said, you got NWA, and then you have R&B with New Edition, Bobby Brown back in the day, Johnny Gill. Of course they were on New Edition, but it's the Spice Girls. I forgot about them. It's the Spicy Girls. That's funny. But yeah. Hey Johnny, what up? Cheeto. So I mean, like I said, rap music is good. It's cool. I like it. It's still something I listen to every once in a while. Like I said, I don't really listen to much of the new stuff, if any at all. I'm more, if I don't listen to rap music, it's classic rock. That's what I listen to the most. But I got a lot of old school rap music on my phone. Tupac, NWA. So, what is your guys' thoughts? Like I said, I've been hearing from some of you guys. That's cool. Thank you. And so I do appreciate everybody that has visited and has watching. 7 people. Awesome. That's better than 0. But so yeah, I'm trying to think. I know there's somebody I'm forgetting because it's like oh, do you guys remember that singer Domino back in the day? He's another one that he didn't make a lot of good music. Well, not good music, but like songs out. He didn't put a lot of them out, but he did have that one. Hold on, let me go to his name. Bear with me, my tablet wants to go slow when I'm trying to do something. But Domino. I think that was his name. Domino. Sing rap song. Rap. Oops. American rapper Domino. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that song. His song Ghetto Jam. That's what it was. Hey, Uncle Mark, how you doing? And Biggie. Yep. Oh yeah, Biggie. Duh. Oh, I did mention Biggie. But Ghetto Jam. Do you guys remember that song Ghetto Jam? I was just watching that video. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot Warren G. He was one of my favorites back then too. Warren G. He was cool. Warren G was awesome. And so, and I'm not sure, did Nelly come out in the 90s or was he in the 2000s? I'm going to look that up. But anyways, Domino was another one. Of course, like I said, Coolio. But yeah, I mean, I just think a lot of the rap music back in the day was a lot better than it is now. Way better. It was more real, more original, if you want to say it. And a lot of people basically came out. Excuse me, I got to take a drink. A lot of people came out with their own stuff back in the day. Like when when Ice Cube, when he broke away from NWA, that was probably one of his biggest moves and one of his smartest moves, because look at him now. I'm not saying it would, who knows what would have happened, obviously, but if they would have stayed together and nothing happened, but, I mean, they all split up and they all had their own solo careers, and that's just the way it happened. So, but I'm trying to think of, I know there's a lot of people that I'm forgetting. Of course, you got Bone Thugs and Harmony. Bone Thugs and Harmony was a good one. They were an awesome group. Had a lot of good songs, a lot of them that we all know. My favorite from Bone Thugs and Harmony was, hold on. There it is. My favorite album was, Eternal 199. Or East 199 Eternal is what it was called. Master P. I didn't really listen to him too much. I mean, I know, I'm sure he was good back then, but I didn't listen to him too much. I wasn't really a fan of him, actually, to be honest. But Bone Thugs and Harmony's first album, I think, was called Still Creeping on the Come Up. Was their first album. I think that's what it was. Because that came out before the one that had, hold on, let me click on this real quick. Like they're, trying to remember that song. Of course, Crossroads, that's the one I was thinking of. Ice-T. Holy crap, how did I forget them? Run DMC, yep, I did mention them. When they did that song with Aerosmith, Walk This Way. Yeah, we all remember that one. But yeah, I mean, Fat Boys. I'm trying to remember who Fat Boys was. Oh, you know what? Does anybody remember? What the heck was that guy's name? Kid Frost. Yeah, Grandmaster Flash was a song we're famous for requesting. Yeah, oh yeah. Yep. But I'm trying to remember who Fat Boys was. I'll just look them up. But anyways, but yeah, there's like I said, I know there's probably a lot of people that I'm missing. But I mean, oh, okay. Fat Boys movies. Okay. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Hold on. Because now you guys got me thinking. Good job. Good job. You got me thinking. Just kidding. Fat Boys. All I'm getting is Fat Boy burgers. In Grand Rapids. Oh, here it is. The Fat Boys Hip Hop Trio. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember them. I just saw their picture. But yeah, I remember them now. Now that I saw that. But yeah, definitely. I mean, the rap music nowadays is it's true, Tone. Adam, it's I don't know. I think it's more of sound. They're not they're not making any sense. FCC even improved today's music to hit the airwaves. I think. Isaiah, I think that kind of be that. I mean, that's true because you didn't really hear Tupac too much back on the radio back in the day because I mean, you did some songs, but not all of them. But yeah, Fat Boys. Wow, I forgot. Thanks for that one because I almost forgot about them. But Sheila E. was another one. I just saw a picture. Oh, Curtis Blow. Now I remember that guy. I just saw his picture. I've never heard his music, but I remember his face. Hold on. This thing's listing a lot of music. I mean, groups. But yeah. So I got 4 minutes here left in this show. I'm glad everybody. I'm happy that for those that turned out tonight. Thank you. I appreciate it. And Monday, I don't know if you're into the elections or not, but I'm going to do a special election show for the mayors and the city council, the ones that are running, just to talk about them for a little bit. If you're interested in that show, cool. If not, no problem. We'll be back on Wednesday for another show. I think Wednesday's show is going to be about 100% agree with not making sense. But hey Juan, Tom, hey, what up, cuz? So Monday, or why do I keep saying that? Wednesday's show, sorry, is going to be about pretty much the same thing, but it's going to be more on rock music because we all see Rick Solis. He's always posting stuff about, when albums came out. Hey, Gerald, what up, man? When like certain albums came out like 30 years ago, it made me think, you know what? Maybe we should talk about that, the difference in different types of music generations, I guess you can call it. Because like I said, it all changes over the years, obviously, technology changes, and so everything changes with it. So, but yeah, so like I said, Monday's show is going to be a quick 15 to 20 minute show about the elections. And then next Wednesday, again at 9. That's, yeah, definitely. Adam, that is a good one. That is true. Because it's like, what else are you going to talk about? Say something different. But like I said, not all rap music sucks. I'm not saying that at all. There are still some good ones out there. Like, I like a lot of local music too. Like, we had Steve Segovia had some music out back in the day, early 2000s. Our friend Andre Shepard had some music out. They're all good, and I'm not saying it because I know them, because they actually had some good music. We had Age back. He out in California now. We all know that, being that actor that he is. But he did some good music too. I bought all of their music. I had some of all their music at one point. So, and that's the one thing too that oh, Jared, it's cool, man. No problem. You can watch the replay if you want. But one thing that we need to do with everybody is we're all hype up about new movies coming out, whatever. That's cool. That's something that everybody does. But what we need to do is help support local talent. Keep them up, get them going. Help them, if possible, to. Right, exactly, Isaiah. And so help somebody live their dreams if they, when I like grab their hand, but keep them up, send positive vibes towards them. If you see somebody saying, "Hey, I want to do this," then say, "Yeah, do it." If you want to live your dream, do it. There's a lot of local talent in the Holland area alone that we need to support. And I mean, because every time we pass the Park Theater, there's usually always something going on. I mean, if I had all the money in the world, I would go to all those and support them. But I mean, I do sometimes. I help, when I can. But we need to support local talent, and just because they're not big doesn't mean they're not good. Hey TJ, what up, Benji, Andy? But I'm going a little over the time, but I don't know. So yeah. Well, I thank everybody for joining. I'm a minute and 11 seconds, 12 seconds. Hey Matt, Seti, what up? Oh, Seti. Mighty Maid is his business. I forgot to. I don't remember if I said that, but Seti is the one that you want to get a hold of. Hey Lauren, what up? If you're interested in buying hats, the hat that I wore last week, that's the type with the hippo. If you need anything from him, check it out. Also, oh man, the Bulls just lost to the Cavs. I just got that thing on my screen. Thanks, Angelo. Oh, that's good, TJ. No problem, man. Thanks for watching or checking it out when you can. It's cool. But yeah, check out Seti. Get a hold of him if you're interested in buying some hats, shirts, hoodies. He's the one to get a hold of. So, also, obviously, everybody knows I do photography, but yeah. So, all right. Well, everybody have a good night. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you. If you join Monday's show, cool. But if not, then check out. Hey, Efren. Check out next Wednesday's show. Will be about. I'm either thinking about rock music or I'm thinking more towards. I don't know, maybe something about movies. That's what I'm going to go back and forth on that. I'll decide hopefully by Sunday. So, everybody have a good night, and thanks for watching.